Hey, I hope you all are doing well. My name is Desiree Jones. I'm a licensed therapist with Desire Earth and Wellness, a telehealth company. Um, I just wanted to pop on here and let's just talk. Let's talk. I was originally supposed to have an interview today, and interview didn't show. I hope everything's okay, of course. But sometimes that happens. And I thought, like, I could just leave um, where I record and just go do something else, or I could take advantage of the time and the equipment and utilize. So that's what I'm going to do. Something that I've learned since I've been doing interviews, I've been doing interviews since February. I made a point to be a part of Black History Month and actually start the interviewing process where I started with just people who I know and those who I wanted to get to know. And the process has been really good. Uh, I've allowed it to be organic. I've had some people in mind just from the jump, like, okay, I want to do her, him, them. And you know what? Things are just really working out. I do trust the energy of who is supposed to be in the space, will be in the space. And I actually have a story for that. So what it looks like is whenever you want to do something, when you feel it in your spirit to do something, do it. Do it. This past weekend was it this past weekend? Yeah, this past weekend was a testament to that. Um, see, I'm working on stuff. So every time I have an interview, I've been like, okay, mint over gum. But then sometimes it's not even mint. I need to have the mint or the gum because if you've seen the interviews, I'm like through the whole time. Oh my gosh, I'm being refined. Trust me. So back to this. So this past weekend, I so many layers to this, but let's see if I can how quickly I can get through this. So this past weekend, I went driving with one of my friends, and I wanted to find a new spot to maybe hang out, like a lounge type of experience. I'm a eclectic type of, what people call it, contemporary style, um, jazz bar. I'm just trying to find some new spots to be and dwell and hang and have a glass of wine or share a drink with and good music and good vibes, right? So I decided like, okay, let me use Google Maps to discover this. My cousin, she kind of led me into this trick, or not this trick, this tip. So I did that and I saw a new spot. I forget what it's called. And I was like, okay, this is something that I would actually like to go try. So I put it in my Google Maps, and also I was having this whole conversation about how certain people don't take initiative anymore. And I was just like, where's the initiative takers, the starters, the let's go do something? Where's let's go, the people with the vision? And anyway, I wanted to be a part of the change I wanted to see, and I was proactive about going to this place. So I put in the Google, and followed the map. It was like 20 minutes away. Anyway, on my way there, I was very close, maybe 2, 3 minutes away, but my phone lost charge. So I just pull into a parking lot, and I think it was next to this place. Well, I pulled into the parking lot. I was already in the vicinity. By the time I powered back on, I discovered it was like within walking distance away, right? So it being walking distance away, I was like, oh, I figured it's at an establishment that I've already gone to, but it has like a different, um, basically one space with several different spaces within it, like a bar that has several different little shops in there. Anyway, I was like, oh, I know this place, but I knew another place that was on the front side of it. And I was like, huh, never been here before, but I've been saying I wanted to go. Fast forward, then me and my friend were talking, and I told them that I wanted to go out the next day too. And they were like, "Where do you want to go?" I was like, "I don't know. I just want to go do something." And that was kind of my part and energy of looking up where I wanted to go. And I just knew I wanted to go out and experience something new and something engaging. I not necessarily a homebody, but I'm not necessarily a busybody, but I do like to go out and enjoy new places, see new faces or familiar faces, and be dressed presentably. I say presentably, basically, you're not rolling out of bed. So anyway, that evening, I think we ended up getting some pizza and talking, and it was just a good time. Anyway, they went on home. And the next morning, I'm on my Instagram. And I'm just kind of, morning scrolling. And I see this lady on my Instagram that I had already inboxed to say, like, hey, I would love to interview. Because, when you start to do something, you have some people in mind, right? So saw this lady that was on my feed. I was like, it looks like she was actually going to be speaking that day. I was like, I would love to go to it. So I looked and it showed where it was going to be located or the name of the event. And I went to Eventbrite and I was just like, let me see if it's in there. So I put in the title and and the title of the event was Let's Talk About It. So I just put it in there. There it goes, popped up. So when I tell you, and I say you know who I'm talking about. So I'm talking about you. If I tell you, like, use Eventbrite to find things to do in your area, and also use Google Maps to look, at the top where it has like a little coffee mug, the gas station. Then it also has things to do, a knife and fork, I believe, on the plate, and things to do. So use that. So anyway, back to this. I looked it up and I saw where the event was going to be held. I tried to purchase a ticket and it said sold out. So then I go to the event coordinator, and interesting enough, I just told this story to my cousin earlier today. Interesting enough, the same type of experience happened. Um, Same type of experience happened Mother's Day. She and I were going to go somewhere we had in mind. We didn't buy our ticket immediately when we thought about doing it the week before, or maybe a couple of weeks before. However, that day we got it done. So, anyway, I went ahead and sent an email to the coordinator. Now, I don't know if this will quote unquote work every time, but my point in saying this is I sent an email to the coordinator and just got dressed. The event started at 11. I think doors open at 11:45. The event started from 12 to 3 o'clock in the evening. So I just started getting dressed, getting my hair done, did the things that I want. I got dressed. They say dress for the job that you want, not for the job that you have, right? So I got dressed like what I wanted, So I got dressed and headed that way. I wanted to be there, doors open, just in case there's, the logistics. Sometimes people are setting up, hey, can I X, Y, and Z? So I got dressed and left and got there. And the parking lot was not empty, but very sparse. Like, I mean, the area that I was in. And guess what? I pulled up into the exact same parking lot that my friend and I were at when my phone lost charge less than 12 hours before. So I get there, and then before I even get there, I was having this thought, like, man, I would love to just see the speaker, before I you know, go in. And of course, again, very empty, very sparse. It was given very, the event starts at 12 to 3 and doors can open at 11:45, but those who are there and those who are not there yet. So I bend down and got my purse and then looked in the rearview mirror, and there she was, the lady that I wanted to interview. She was right there, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I had met her before, but it wasn't like I had met her. I admired her before. I had met her before as well through a friend, but I guess I look familiar. When you see people in your state, or So I was just like, got the nerve to come out, because it's like I have not purchased a ticket or anything. I was like, "Hi, how you doing?" We hugged, and she was carrying something in. I'm like, "Hey, I would serve my way, to position." I was like, "Hey, I wanted to come hear you speak." And so I just came, but there was no ticket. The tickets were sold out. So I was like, "Do you have any pool or anything like that?" She was just like, "I don't, but you could just walk with me in there." I walk in, I'm carrying their like tote bag, which had their not tote bag, what do you call it, like a tub, which had their she's written a book. She's a restaurant owner and among business entrepreneur. So, and that's why I wanted to interview her. And so I'm carrying their tote in and lay it down, and beautiful event. Lady named, yeah, we'll get to that. So the person I wanted to interview was, I think it's Chanel Thompson. I want to say it's either Thompson or Timpson. I want to say Timpson for that name to come into my mind. It can't be Thompson because Timpson, like I would never even think of Timpson unless it was Timpson, right? Um, so I was able to put things down, and sure enough, as soon as I got there, put some things down, she and her assistant, lovely, the event coordinator comes out, and I wasn't exactly sure it was her at that particular time. She comes out, just kind of greeting, each table, and just doing her thing. So she just shakes her hand. She's like, "Hey, thank you all for coming. Make sure you go back there and register. We're going to do a raffle." I was just like, "Oh, okay." Feeling like uncomfortable because I'm like, not even supposed to be here. So then what I did is didn't go get her. I didn't go back there and do the raffle because it was a brunch first. So we had a beautiful spread of different layers of hummus and other charcuterie and fine tasting and delicious looking things. Um, I'm feeling uncomfortable. I'm not in alignment. I'm feeling a little guilty because what I'm learning right now is guilt comes from not being in alignment with your own truth. So it's kind of like betrayal of self. Shame comes from whenever you are aware of like everyone else's truth and you've borrowed the belief system and you feel like you're betraying it, even though, anyway, we'll get through that. So I'm sitting there and I go and get some water because get a cup of water because I don't go and have the brunch with everyone else because I have not paid my due, but I want to. But also the device that I was going to pay, I didn't have any money on my Cash App account to. That's how I Apple Pay most of the time. So just feeling out of alignment. I mean, really, I wanted to get there early for one reason, but then I didn't. Anyway, here we go. So I go and get some water and kind of go around to different tables. I think there was like two or three other tables out, and there was another girl, can't think of her name, but she had a wellness journal who maybe we'll get to see her on this podcast. Um, anyway, she was from Dallas and went by her table and, listened to what she was sharing about her wellness journey and not journey, but journal, which that's a part of it. And just kind of looked around and found myself back and sat down. And I still feeling very uncomfortable because I just feel better when I know I've done the thing that I need to do. So I called my dad. I was like, Dad, so I'm feeling double uncomfortable. So uncomfortable because I'm not supposed to quote unquote be there because I haven't purchased a ticket. But the other discomfort is not like I could just like swag up there like, okay, here's this, had cash to give and, keep it pushing. So I called my dad because, dads, they give you comfort. Happy Father's Day, you guys. This is Father's Day month, and I think this Sunday is Father's Day. Not to exclusively timestamp this video, but yeah. So I called my dad. I'm like, Daddy, I did something. He's like, hey, my dad called, hey, sweet. I'm like, yeah, so I did something. He's like, what did you do? And then, well, he didn't say that, but I'm like, I wanted to come to this event. I just decided I was going to go. It was sold out, and here I am. But I don't have any money to pay it. So I would like to, would you send me some money? And he sends me money, Dad. I'd be like, bam, and then that hit you with a little extra. So shout out to you, Daddy. Um, so when I got that, it gave me more confidence in what I'm doing because I don't just want to impose. One, I wouldn't want someone to do that to me, especially, oh, by the way, each golden chair had a little, party favor welcome gift package on it. Well, I'll go in the very back. There was 2 seats, and I sat in the one that didn't have. Well, the 2 in the back did not have little party favor uh, chair gifts inside. So, like I said, I get back up, and I was just like, now I got this money in my mind. I mean, money in my account. Now I can pursue and feel. It just gave me some confidence. So I go towards the back and kind of look for the lady, not out of bounds, but more so in the area where she had asked us to register. There she was. I was like, "Hi, um, how are you?" She's like, "Oh, I'm doing. How are you? I'm so glad you could make it." I was like, "Thank you." You know what? I saw this event earlier today. I really wanted to come. I just made a decision to get here, but I wasn't able to pay. It said it was sold out. Oh, you came anyway, even though it was sold out. I was like, yeah, I just really wanted to be in the room. She said, don't worry about it. I'm sowing this seed. I was like, no, let me pay you because, I feel like I just put in some work in. So I'm like, can I pay you? And how can I pay you? She's like, no, not at all. Make sure you register over here because we're going to do a raffle. And I just said, thank you. Thank you. And of course, I'm just like, I'm feeling in gratitude and alignment. Everything was right? So then after that, I registered and and I upgraded my drink from the water to the juice beverage in the flask that they had there. So I enjoyed that, and then I also went ahead. That just gave me permission to be and enjoy. So got my plate and enjoyed the spread, the delicious spread. The hummus was so good. The chips were so crunchy. Everything was good. The fruit was delicious. And anyway, start to enjoy and feel better and greater in the space. So then, once, we're moving around, I decided to go ahead and sit down. Another young lady came by, one of the people that are helping with the event. They were just like, oh, here's this, and put this one on the other one because this is for, no, there were no gift bags in this seat because we just brought those extra chairs out. So this is for you. I'm like, oh, okay. So it all came to me, and that was a delight, right? So then after that happened, let's see. Oh, the event was great. the way she did the interview, there's four ladies that interviewed. The lady that I wanted to interview, she, I think she either went first, I think she went second, but it was like 10 minutes for each speaker. And then the host, uh, her name is Kelly Humble, I think, or Humbel. I gotta look back at that. But she came out and told her story, and it was just it was good. It was good. It also confirmed a lot of things. My cousin has planned some events lately, and I know she's on to amazing things. I will be there. So anyway, I thought it was really awesome at the end of that, the speaking portion. Actually, hold on. Let me go back. So since I was able to receive the money from my dad, I came to the person who I came to seize their booth, their table, and I purchased her book. And I think her book is called Boss Lady. I don't have it with me, but and I told her also, I was like, hey, I wanted to reach out to you. I did try to reach out to you in April, and I just wanted to know if if you'd be open to an interview. She was like, you tried to reach out? Sorry. And she was just not even apologetic, but like just appreciative. And she was just like, yeah, she said yes, and she told me that a Sunday would be better, so I'm gonna be able to interview her, and I'm so excited to be able to do that. Then after that, that's whenever we ended up having the speaker started going. And of course, like I said, I purchased the book. She wrote in it, and that was awesome. So between each speaker, there was a raffle. I got that raffle. So they ended up calling, not the first time, but one of the drawings. I think there were 6 different gifts. I think it was probably about 36 people there, and I was one of the 6 people that actually won the raffle. I looked at the envelopes, and on there I wanted to get one that was speaking to me, and it looked like it said Earthing and Desire Earth and Wellness. It looked like Earthing to me. Later on, I discovered it said Eatery. I'll get back to that. It said Eatery, and the place was called Off the Hook Eatery. Later on, I opened that, and it was a gift card for the same amount as the book. That day was in alignment. I opened that gift card. It's the same gift card that I think I passed when I was helping bring in the stuff. It was already in alignment. Already in alignment. Everything was already in alignment. So she did a really beautiful letting go experience. And anyway, she had us write out something we want to let go of and release. And I want to release self-doubt. And I want to release not feeling enough. And I wanted to release being insecure. And of course, this experience was really it's an indicator of that I'm even feeling not enough, not feeling like I'm supposed to be in the room, not having the security that I need. And I think I've learned to be intentional about trading words. So when I say I want to release insecurity, I want to be more secure. I want to be sure, and I want to know that I am enough. And I'm going to have to process that, because most of the time with certain things, it's like, I believe it's more of a faith thing, because I know that I walk in security when I know, like the confidence. I have some confidence when I know something. But So here I am thinking right now out loud about the difference between being confident and faithful. And I feel like they're different. Let me look at Gemini. That's so funny because I have on this chocolate. I've been wanting this chocolate dress, or I've been looking at chocolate clothes, and on here, let's see, that almost looks like exactly, ooh, that almost looks like exactly what I have on. But let me see. What would be some key differences between being confident and being having faith? What are some key differences between having confidence and having faith? I before it tallies up, I turned it down. But what I want, I'm thinking that I'm going to, let's see, confidence comes from doing something. And now you're confident because you've done it, and now you know, or you know that it's stable, so therefore you do it. And faith is doing something without, just is stepping out without confidence. And I guess at my core, my belief says I want to be confident, so I want to practice before. But faith comes before you even. Faith, is faith a confidence too? I'm feeling like faith, like half faith. Faith is like a trust in God, trust in the things unseen, trust that your desire at all, maybe trusting that your desire at all is enough. And confidence is trusting in what you already practiced. Okay, so I'm going to look up what Google has said. Oh, I got a text message from my, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, please tell me you are available tomorrow. Oh, am I available tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. We can be flexible. Let's see. This is, am I available? I can be available. I can be flexible. I can show grace. I think I want to spend a moment before I just quickly respond to this, because it was rescheduled once. Okay. And then I think I need to exercise that boundary. That's what I need to do. But let me look at this. So, while the terms of confidence and faith are often used interchangeably and indeed share some common grounds, there are key distinctions that highlight their differences. Okay, based on the focus and the foundation. Confidence. Foundation and evidence slash experience. Confidence is often built upon past experiences, demonstrable abilities, and logical reasoning. You might have confidence in your ability to drive a car because you've driven safely many times before. You have confidence in a bridge because it has been engineered and stood strong for years. Focus on self-knowns. Confidence typically centers on one's own capabilities, skills, or the reliability of something that has a proven track record. It's a belief in what you or something else can do based on what is known or has been observed. Tangible biases. There's usually more tangible or empirical biases for confidence. You can point to a reason why you're confident. Can be can be task specific. You can have confidence in one area slash like public speaking, but lack it in another, like playing a musical instrument. Okay, so let's talk about faith. Okay, so it says faith, foundation beyond proof. Mm. Okay, faith, particularly in religious or deeply personal context, often involves belief or trust in something for which they may not be logical proof or material evidence. It's the assurance of things hoped for, become, the conviction of things not seen. That says Hebrews 11 and 1. I got the Hebrew 11 and 1. We were singing before we went to, when I was telling you that I was out with my friend driving, we were singing old church hymnals, and we go to the same church, church style. Grew up in that way. Okay, focus on the unseen slash future slash higher power. Faith often pertains to a belief in a future outcome, a spiritual entity, or a set of principles that transcend what we immediately observe or proven. Yes, Lord. It's trust in what will be or what is, even if the evidence isn't immediately apparent. Okay, Gemini, you gotta talk it like the wordplay is what I'm admiring. Okay, so trust and commitment beyond just belief. That's what I had. Is I had faith was the reason why I even decided to just go anyway. There was something about I wanted it was enough. Trusting that my desire is enough. Okay, so trust and commitment. Trust and commitment beyond just belief. Faith often implies a deep trust and commitment. In a religious sense, it's about trusting in God's promise and acting accordingly, even when the path is unclear. In a secular sense, it might be having faith in humanity or in cause despite setbacks. Can involve uncertainty. While confidence seeks to minimize uncertainty through evidence, faith can exist in spite of uncertainty, relying on conviction or hope. Overlap and nuance. It's important to note that confidence can be a component of faith. Okay, I like that. Confidence can be a component of faith. Why? You can have confidence within faith. For instance, confidence that your higher power will act according to its nature and or promise. Everyday faith as confidence. Sometimes faith is used in a more casual, similar to confidence. I have faith, an example would be I have faith that the bus will arrive on time. In these cases, It leans heavily on past experience and expectation. In summary, confidence is generally built on what is known and experienced, leading to a feeling of certainty. Faith, on the other hand, often extends beyond the realm of immediate proof and relies more on trust, conviction, and a belief in something unseen, unproven, whether it's a future outcome, a person's character, or a spiritual entity. Okay, that gave me what I needed. That gave me what I needed. That gave me what I needed. So I had faith. I had the Hebrew 11 and 1. Whenever I decided, that's another thing. When you have faith that you know that your desire to want was from something greater than you, and then, the faith without work, I think the work is the decision. Because before you, I mean, before you decide, this is something that I'm learning. So as I'm speaking about this, it's kind of like still very new. So whenever I make a decision, I've seen lately when I could have the outcome of my faith. It's like deciding to do something, all of the evidences start to align and show up. And the evidences are confirmations of your decision. There's this, what people call like the red car theory. Basically, if you are headed somewhere and someone asks you how many red cars did you see, you won't know how many cars that you saw, red cars you saw, because you hadn't decided to, one, you hadn't known to look for red cars, so plenty. But whenever you have decided, I'm going to be looking for red cars, you're able to come out with that number. And even more so, if there's an incentive behind it, like for every red car, I will give you $100. So then now it's incentivized. I'm going to look for the red car because that's going to be a question at the end. But then I'm incentivized. Like you're going to be looking for even the orange ones and the brown ones, like orangish, brownish, maroonish. Like, is that red too? You're going to want for them to qualify. So my faith and my experience, whenever I got into the car, my desire was enough. I felt like the price was something that I could receive. And then I'm comfortable with the city anyway. So me just driving there with this desire was enough, and deciding to get dressed was enough. And then making myself go into the car, and when the day before, the little notion of like, hey, you were going to be here tomorrow. Something about yesterday knew that I was going to be there that day, which would have been considered today in context. But and then the vision, that flash vision of me getting in the car and seeing, I wanted to see the speaker, and sure enough, as soon as I leaned down and looked up, that look up was something that I wanted to do. It felt right to do, and sure enough, she was there. And it's not about the her, it's about that I am feeling powerful, that what I predict, I'm becoming confident in my faith. I'm becoming confident in who I am. So what I wrote down on the dissolving paper, on the what I wrote down on the paper was to release insecurity. I want to grow faith because I like to add and subtract, not to subtract. Because I feel like when you add, you push the things that can't be there out. There's no room. So I just want to increase my faith, my my confidence in whenever I have an inkling, if I have a desire on my heart or an interest, some pull that says that this is what you want to do, I want to enjoy that feeling. I want to enjoy and become more interested in my own desires and trusting that my desires, like what I desire, you don't desire. And somebody else, I mean, not saying that somebody wouldn't want some of the same things, but the way I want it and what I'm supposed to have is for me. So for me to become more acquainted with my own desires and explore them and decide with my desires. Okay? Deciding with my desires. I want to become more in tune. And I'm going to spend more time with myself. Because oftentimes when I spend time with myself, when it's quiet, because I don't think, what is it? I don't listen to like the radio when I'm driving or anything. It's on mute. So whenever I'm by myself, I do think I'm spending more time thinking about what I need to do, how to get this money by tomorrow, you know. But instead, I'm deciding, since it's on me, I'm feeling a desire, and I actually see it's a beneficial desire that if I were to spend time with myself and meditate on things, allowing whatever I'm supposed to have. Because the difference looks like thinking about what I'm about to do and plan rather than just sitting and downloading my thoughts and interests. So I want to spend time with that so I can grow that relationship with the desire of myself, the wants of myself, my um, human experience. And that's what I'll do. I'm going to do that because I want to strengthen my faith through trusting that the things that come to me are things that are for me. And then as I decide, I will do desire and wellness. I will do what I am desiring to do, and it will give me the wellness that I need, and that is for me. So anyway, after that was a wonderful day. I ended up taking the girls to a swimming party, a pool party. One of their friends had a birthday. Um, and then I went and hung out with a friend, and we played air hockey and pool. And I mean, that was faithful, a faith-filled day. That was a manifesting day. Because the manifesting doesn't manifest like mean it's here. Because the day before, I definitely said taking initiative and that I was going to go on a date. So the date had been there. Let's see. What does manifest mean? Oh, manifest meaning. The word manifest has several meanings and is its interpretation often depends on the context. Here's a breakdown. 1, as a verb to show or appear. Bam. So that day before, or so probably several days before, but specifically, okay, as a verb to show or appear, to make clear or evident, to show plainly. This is the most common meaning. When something manifests, it becomes visible, apparent, or easily understood. Okay, example. Oh, I don't really want to give that because that's not a sweet example. But so to prove, another one is to prove or put beyond doubt. How about that? To demonstrate something conclusively. Example, let me see. I'm going to read this. It says evidence manifested the defendants. Oh no, I don't want to do that one. Okay, in a spiritual or self-help context, to bring into reality, to make something desired happen through focused intention and belief. The usage has become more popular in recent years, especially with concepts like law of attraction. All right. As an adjective, clear and obvious, readily perceived by the senses, especially sight, clearly visible. As a noun, a documented listing the contents of a ship's cargo, passenger, or on a plane, etc. This is specific and formal use of the logistics of transportation. The manifest. Okay, let me see. The customer officers checked in the ship's manifest. Okay. Apparent, clear, or visible. So, I manifested. Confidence is based on evidence. Faith, it's a trust in something unseen with no evidence, but you're confident with your desire. That's what I need to be. I am confident that my desires are for me, and I make the decision with faith. I make movements with faith. Anyway, 48 minutes and 47 seconds. I'm just so grateful for this. Uh, I may come back. I may confirm this. I may confirm this interview and come back tomorrow. Things happen. I understand. Um, I'm on my journey to keeping boundaries and upholding myself with becoming more punctual. So with being punctual or becoming a person that is a recovering tardy offender. Um, there's a space that I have a lot of empathy and grace when it comes to something that I've dealt with. Um, and learning to keep boundaries because I needed to have more boundaries with my time and just my energy and hold boundaries and have grace. I'm not sure how those two live together at all, but holding boundaries while having grace. Um, I don't even know. Like, let me give it some thought. Can I have boundaries and also extend grace? And then I'm also working on the empathy component, like me not being so, because I have a lot of empathy, I don't have to empathize myself back into the loop of non-boundaries because I can have empathy for a tardy person or a no-show or um, I can have empathy for someone that is absent and hold my boundary. So what is my boundary? I got to define the boundary. The boundary would look like, hmm, what do I have to do tomorrow? I can realistically look, what do I have to do tomorrow? If I don't have anything to do tomorrow, then I can extend it. That's just what it would be. Because I don't have to punish anybody. I just respect my time. I respect my time. Let's see. Tomorrow, I don't have anything to. Okay, I got take my girls to summer school. Oh, I didn't look at that right. The proper calendar. All right. Oh, some things. I'm gonna stop this and record this other thing. Well, hold on. Let me close out. I'm gonna close out by saying that I have a desire for an earth with more wellness and understanding the world, understanding myself helps me really to get to understand more aspects and facets of the world and human growth and behavior. I really am into that because I'm trying to understand more of reasons why I do the things that I do and how it all works together. So I hope you all enjoy your day Until next time.